must, if you beg people to buy your stuff, that means you're not actually selling to them. You're just being pathetic, for the lack of a better word. You are begging people to buy from you. Why? No, yes, if you're to be honest, there are people on WhatsApp that say, I beg, buy from me. Don't be sympathetic. Give me something that
I don't care.
So it's one of two things. Can I afford it? Yes, give me. Do I like it? Yes, give me. Is it too expensive? Yes, I can afford it. I go somewhere else. It's simple. Not telling me, please now. Then come on. I will buy out of pity and not use. To be honest,
and even if you're doing great stuff, I won't even take you serious. I won't take you serious.
And people think there is a point you get to, you stop marketing and advertising your product. Companies are still running campaigns. MTN just changed logo.
YouTube
is still advertising on YouTube. Netflix is still running campaigns. So if these big guys know that
even WhatsApp
are running
downloaded app on Earth.
When I checked WhatsApp at the time, I saw over 5 billion downloads. Which other ads are you running? We are 7 billion in this life.
5 billion.
You are 5 billion plus.
How many children and old people and
so how? But they are still running ads. Google, the number one search engine in this world, is still running Google ads. So if these people can do it, you think you would say it once and that's it. They'll come and buy from you. But they are not. Google is not begging you to buy. They've built a product. They know what the product can do, and they tell you what the product can do. And they keep reminding you what the product can do. Finish. They're not telling you, we have salary to pay. Please come on. We have salaries to pay.
Download our app
now. No, they're not telling you that. They are making sure that the search engine is not hanging. It's giving the best results possible, and you're using it. Right? They're not over-promising. You're making sure you are getting the right experience. Same thing for laptops. Imagine you can't even hear come and buy HP.
Come and buy HP.
No. They're giving you a product. So, and they've communicated what the product can do to you, do for you. Right? So those are the things. It's not, don't come and beg me to buy. Give me something great. It's one of two things. Can I afford it? Yes, I buy. Do I need it? So for small businesses, they need to take out time to see how they can improve their product, learn marketing.
If you can't afford it, learn it.
If you can't afford it, you will do it yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect, but start from somewhere. In the end, when you have the money now to outsource to an agency, you outsource to an agency, but make sure you know your why, so that another agency does not come and tell you how to do business. You know your why, you know your reason, you have your values, you are communicating to them. It's easier for them to work with. Before they give you,
we just said,
you understand?
Is it chimpanzee at the rate of monkey or something like that?
So yeah, that is it. Honestly, we can't wrap up these things in one day, but we can keep talking about this to make sure that everybody hears about it and they put in the work. We want Eastern businesses to always be on the map, and they need to put in these efforts to themselves.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Or if I had a knock or masterclass, just to download. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for coming.
I thank you for your time too. Thank you for
Afia. No,
thank you so much, brother.
Now there's a mountain to climb. We're leaving no one behind. This is our time to shine. Can you feel it? Across the lake, through the heartache and pain. After the storm comes the rain. I can see it, where we all walk free. That there's no mountain we can climb. We can make it if we try. If we all say yes, I believe.
Fest 2024, the Battle of the States.
On the news today, Afia TV to broadcast Abia local government elections on Saturday. House of Representatives passes bill to tackle sexual harassment in tertiary institutions. And on the business news, federal government gives Nigerians 9 months to deposit dollars in banks. On the foreign scene, Donald Trump files lawsuit against a U.S. television network. And on our special report segment, ABSEC and political parties signs peace pact ahead of local government elections in the state. I am Marvelous Apwamaga. Details of these and more coming ahead on the news. Just stay with us. The 57th Biennial and Scientific Conference focused on enhancing dental education and practice in Nigeria held in Enugu yesterday. The conference was themed Enhancing Dental Education and Practice in Nigeria, the roles of teledentistry and artificial intelligence. Dr. Nneka Onyechiaka, chairperson of the Nigerian Dental Association Enugu chapter, welcomed attendees and highlighted the significance of hosting the conference in Enugu for the first time, assuring participants that they would gain valuable insights.
It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 57th Biennial General Meeting / Scientific Conference of the Nigerian Dental Association, taking place in Enugu, Southeast Nigeria. It is worth noting that this is the first time this event is happening in Southeast region of Nigeria since the inception of Nigeria Dental Association. This year's theme, Enhancing Dental Education and Practice in Nigeria, the role of teledentistry and artificial intelligence, is quite apt, bearing in mind the predicament of our country, especially the continuous decline in skilled manpower. Also, with the advances in technology, dentistry as a profession is also moving on to embrace this technology for education and patient care.
During a recitation honoring Professor Chinedu Nebo, his contributions to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, were acknowledged, including improvement of campus facilities and security during his tenure as Vice Chancellor.
He is an ordained servant of God. Professor Nebo restored peace and harmony in the university that was referred to as National War College 2 in some circles in those days when cultism was rife. During his tenure, UNN did not take part in any strike, not at all. Please put your hands together. At the end of his tenure as Vice Chancellor, Professor Nebo was again invited to serve as the pioneer Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Oyegiti, where he performed the feat that was dubbed the 6th Moon Miracle by converting a virgin forest to a university campus within just 6 months.
Professor Jesse Neke, Vice Chancellor of David Umahi Federal University of Health Sciences, chaired the occasion, emphasizing the need to reconsider student quotas in dental schools due to a national shortage of dentists. He called for special interventions in medical schools to enhance education and healthcare outcomes.
Please reconsider student quota. It's an appeal I'm making. 70 students applied in my university, and my hands were tied because I was permitted only to admit 30. And we know that dentists are not many in the country. And so let us train more. The assurance I want to give you is that I will continue to improve my facilities so that we won't in any way lower the standard. But I think that is very, very important that this wonderful association can look into it very critically. It's my request, and I hope you can consider looking into it.
Because of the situation with our network and all that, it is not very effective. But I know that by the time the deliberations are over, opinions will be sought and the recommendations will be made to the appropriate quarters that will enable it to become more effective in our climate. I mean, in other climes, like I keep referring to, that is what it is. Teledentistry is something we want to begin to apply. And you know how in media, or how effective media is in every aspect. So it will not be different in dentistry. It will be very, very effective if it is brought to bear and put to use.
Dr. Adeyemi Tokwe Emmanuel, president of the NDA, shared his vision for the future of dental education, emphasizing the role of teledentistry and artificial intelligence in improving inclusivity and access to resources for training dental surgeons.
Teledentistry AI are tools that will enhance dental education. So if we have teledentistry AI, it will bring inclusiveness in terms of access to human and artificial manpower for the training of dental surgeons. So in essence, it will lead to improvement in the dental education of the country. And of course, like you may know, the number of dentists in Nigeria is about 4,500, and that's for a population of 250 million Nigerians. And that brings the dentist to population ratio of Nigeria to 1 to 54, more than 54 Nigerians. And if you compare that with the WHO recommendation of 1 to 7,500 patients, you know that there's a huge gap in the number of dentists that we need in Nigeria. So the number of dentists we have is currently very, very low, and we need to, increase the training of dentists and production of more dentists in the country. So AI teledentistry will help us to harness potentials both locally and internationally for overall good of the dental profession and best training.
Moving on, Afia TV, the first television station in the Southeast, will broadcast the Abia local government elections holding on Saturday on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The election would also be streamed on YouTube and all social media platforms at Afia TV Official. Afia TV encourages everyone to report what they see by sending videos via WhatsApp to 08105 094921. Ahead of the forthcoming local government election, which will hold on Saturday, the Abia State government has restricted the movement of people and vehicles during the elections. The directive was announced by OK Kanu, the Commissioner for Information, on Thursday. According to the state government, the restrictions will commence by midnight on Friday and end by 4 p.m. on Saturday. In other news, the Abia State chapter of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has cautioned security agencies against subjecting voters to any form of brutality during the November 2 local government elections in Abia State. The chairman of IPAC in Abia, Nelson Olocha, said this in Umuahia after the signing of a peace pact by political parties in the state. Olocha, who is also the chairman of the Young Progressive Party in Abia State, noted that a situation where voters are manhandled would not be tolerated. He further explained that Governor Alex Oti is not interfering in the functions of the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission and therefore urged Abia voters and political parties to be peaceful during the Saturday election. Away from that, the National Economic Council has recommended the inclusion of the Southeast and South-South in the construction of dams. The governor of Anambra State, Charles Oludo, revealed this after the 144th meeting of the council chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the State House, Abuja. Soludo said the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Udzef, had briefed members of the council on the federal government interventions after the disastrous impact of this year's floods. The council also backed on earlier federal government directive mandating the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation to commence a comprehensive integrity test of Nigeria's waterways and dams to mitigate flooding. We'll go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll give you more stories on the news today. To stay with us.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and feel of that.
Join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breast size. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on your. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along. I did sing.
For real?
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do for it.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
You're still watching news today right here on Afia TV, and I am Marvelous Apwamaga. Moving on to the national front, the House of Representatives has passed a bill aimed at preventing, prohibiting, and addressing sexual harassment of students in tertiary educational institutions, along with related matters. Having successfully passed its third reading, the bill proposes a penalty of up to 14 years in prison for individuals convicted of these offenses. Additionally, it stipulates a 5-year prison sentence or a fine of 5 million naira for institutional heads who fail to act on student complaints of sexual harassment. While explaining the intent of the bill to journalists, the spokesperson of the House and sponsor of the bill, Mr. Akin Rotimi, said it is enacted to promote and protect ethical standards